What's up, y'all? It's Dia about to react to this vid by Impressive. It's titled Kimora Lee broke up Toni Braxton and Birdman. Oh, they broke up? Kimora blasts Russell Simmons for ducking his accusers. Oh, Lord. But let's see what's going on with these people. Let's watch.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Kimora Lee Simmons put her ex-husband Russell Simmons on blast, and also she was exposed for having a whole relationship with Birdman, Toni Braxton's husband. Before I get into this topic, I want to see
like that.
Various health issues you face. Well, this is where my sponsor ZocDoc comes in sponsoring this video. Now, I want to talk about the model and fashion entrepreneur and reality star Kimora Lee Simmons. Now, recently, she did an interview on this podcast, Not Skinny But Not Fat, and she said that her children do not have a relationship with their fathers.
Oh my gosh, she got a lot of kids.
And she said that her children do not.
These are all her kids? I know she had him with that the African man. I do remember. He was a little baby. Damn, he got big. I don't know these other two.
I have a relationship with their fathers. And one of her baby daddies, Russell Simmons, spoke out against Kimora after this interview went viral.
So many kids you have living in your house currently living?
Five. Well, 6. No, 7.
And you're doing this all on your own, like the fathers of the children are not involved?
Because I think I used to be a little different. They're not involved. I'm alone. Not really even around. And they're welcome to be around, just to clarify for the record.
Who are the other baby
daddies? At their will and leisure. My kids are all big enough and old enough to.
Yeah, this is the last time I saw this little boy when he was this age.
Have their own relationship.
Crazy. Time flies. Oh, there's a white man. Okay, I do recall him. Okay, this is her baby with the white man.
To do their own things. So it's not about me at all. It's just
what a loss for them.
I feel like that too. Yeah. I don't know what they know. Maybe they're intimidated, or maybe they're like, oh, she's got it. Maybe they're like, I don't want to get her away. Maybe they're like, I don't like her. I don't know. I think a lot goes through their head though about the other parent and less about the child. As a mother, you could not imagine.
You cannot imagine.
Now, it is sad that none of her children's fathers are in their child's life. Like, she has children with 3 different guys, and it seems like she doesn't have the best relationship with any of them. Now, I do know she has one son named Kenzo with the actor Jamon Honsu, and they actually had issues over custody. He wanted to move the child to Africa, but Kimora stopped it because he wouldn't sign a contract promising to return their son. So they had issues with that. Also, Kimora does not have a good relationship with her second husband, Tim Leisner. They have a son together named Wolf, but he currently is locked up for money laundering and bribery charges due to this whole business scheme that he was involved in. So because he's behind bars, he is not in her son's life. Also, Kimora doesn't have a good relationship with her first ex-husband, Russell Simmons. Russell is the father to her 2 daughters, Ayoki Lee and
he fled to Bali.
And at first, things were cool between them because he was financially providing for her children, but he did get into some money trouble and he had to flee the country because he was getting hit with sexual assault allegations and lawsuits. And also, he had a nasty fallout with Kimora over money because he accused her of fraud and stealing his shares from the Celsius Drink Company to bail out her husband, Tim, and pay for his legal fees. Kimora denied the claims he made against her, but he still sued her. And to this day, he cannot stand Kimora. So Kimora...
I will say this. Obviously, these men, it's their responsibility to be in their children's lives, and that's on them. But 3 baby daddies and none of them are in your children's lives, I think this is a reflection of you as well. Because you chose poorly, not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times. And what about the other little baby? Her other son. He ain't a little baby, but the other son. Who daddy is he? Or who kid is he? I'm tired. Clearly, I can't even get my words out. Who's the daddy? Okay, that's what I'm asking. Okay, we know Russell's kids, we know Amistad's kids, and we know the white man's kid. Who is the other? So is there a 4th baby daddy that Impressive just don't know about, that she's not mentioning? What's happening with that? But the point is, you chose poorly 3 times. I think there should be some accountability on her as well. That's crazy. If I was her child, I would be side-eyeing her. Like, why none of our daddies is around? What's really going on?
Has a pretty messy history with her.
Or you just did a really bad job picking your baby daddies.
Her exes, and I do believe it has affected.
Because him. That's what I'm wondering. Who's the daddy?
their ability to co-parent, which is why the fathers aren't there for the children. Not saying that this is an excuse for them to be deadbeats, because it's not. There is no excuse. But if you look at the context of the situations, you kind of see what went wrong. Now, Russell blames Kimora for his distant relationship with his daughters, and he said this: "I gave you $50,000 a month for 20 years. I was your best friend and only friend. I'm the godfather to your 3 other kids until one day you stole my stock. I have been fighting for my kids' love and my bread ever since. You threatened."
Okay, he's on some bullshit. They're grown. What do you mean? I'm calling them kids because they're her kids, but ultimately they are grown. They're adults. So if they don't have a relationship with you, that's because they don't fuck with you. You can't blame her for that.
And that if I sued you, I would never speak to my kids again. There are 2 sides to every story. Now, here's my issue with this. Now, Russell and Kimora's children are grown. He could have his own relationship with his daughters without having to go through Kimora.
Hello.
But his daughters don't want to fool with him because of his own erratic behavior and his verbal abuse towards their mother. I mean, no child wants to hear their father call their mother a B word, and he's not present in their lives because he fled to a whole nother country. And Kimora clocked him and said, "My girls are grown. You know these are lies. Why are you typing from thousands of miles away in a non-extradition country? Go negotiate and answer your accusers." Messy, messy, messy. Now, Hot 97 did report on this story, and DJ Funk Flex dropped some tea. He claims that Kimora had been messing with the baby, and a lot of people thought he was talking about the rapper The Baby. No, he was talking about Birdman, aka Baby, aka Toni Braxton's husband.
Miss Kimora, listen.
Hey, Russell's all white, right?
Back to the family. But back to the family.
And the baby was beating that. Go ahead. Finish the story. Finish the story.
Now, this is some interesting tea because Birdman did have a relationship with Kimora. He actually dedicated a post to her years back saying, "Shout out Kimora, love of my life. Thank you for everything you did and do for me, rich girl, rich gang." Now, according to the internet, it said that Kimora and Birdman had been messing.
And look, she was about to pick another another poor choice. Like, what are we talking about? She's definitely to blame partially.
Around.
Why are you picking these terrible men to be the father of your children?
For 10 years.
Bird fucking man of all people. Toni Braxton is outside of her as well. I don't know why she even with him. She's also, I don't know what's going on with that, but at least she didn't have kids with him.
Years between 2004 and 2014. And if this math is correct, this does kind of overlap her relationships with Russell, Jamon, and also Tim. So I guess she allegedly had Birdman on the back burner all those years.
I can barely think straight. I'm tired.
Allegedly. And also it was alleged that she was still messing with Birdman while he was with Toni Braxton. Now, if you remember, Toni and Birdman got engaged in 2018 and they officially got married in 2024. But they separated 2 days after their wedding, and 2 weeks later, Toni filed for a divorce. Now, according to Tisa Tells, shout out to Tisa, she alleged that Toni quickly separated from Birdman because she found out that he was dealing with Kimora on the side. Now, this is all alleged, but this is what the source told Tisa. Allegedly, the reason Toni Braxton filed was because of his alleged
I've seen her like just outright make stuff up.
Kimora Lee Simmons, whose sources are saying he has been,
especially with the situation with who's the killer. The artist David, she was like making stuff up, like on the titles of her vids, and like I would click on a video and like watch some of it, and she's just making things up. I guess things that she saw on TikTok, she would like pass it off as fact. It was crazy, but whatever.
Blindly funding for a while now. Sources are alleging that on the day of the wedding, Birdman arrived late and then had the audacity to tell Toni he had to leave and take care of something, and then he flew out to help Kimora, basically leaving her at the altar to be with his mistress. This is alleged, but if it's true, it's definitely messy. But even after Toni filed for divorce, she did end up reconciling with Birdman early this year. So she is still married to him, and I believe she stayed because the money was too good for her to walk away. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of women stay in relationships if they're being taken care of. And Toni, being older and having lupus, would rather be taken care of instead of continuing to carry on the burden of helping her family all the time, because she has done it for so many years, and she wants to be taken care of for once. So I think this is why.
Hey, that explanation makes sense though, because I've been confused for a very long time. Like, Toni, what? Toni the Braxton, legend Toni Braxton. Why are you with him of all people? But okay, that explanation, it makes sense.
Why she stayed.
It does, because nothing has made sense so far. Because I'm like, I know she got her own money. So, but then I do remember years ago she filed for bankruptcy. So, I don't know her financial situation, but hey, that makes more sense.
Agree with her staying, but it's her choice. She's very comfortable where she's at, and she has a long history with Birdman, so I don't think she's gonna walk away anytime soon.
Okay, girl,
The two tied the knot and seemingly split just 48 hours later last year. The pair apparently agreed to call off the divorce in January.
We've been friends forever, for 25 years.
Yes.
Before I had my kids, we were just buddies, like nothing like romance from friendship.
And by the way, you all do a great job of kind of keeping it out.
But we didn't want people to know.
Why?
Because of what happened. Yeah.
But if people know, then they don't make up those
But
stories.
if they don't know, it's nothing to talk about. You get to live your life a little, freer. I am the happiest I've been in a long time.
She happy.
Good for you.
I ain't got money, because I'm going to make sure that.
I introduced Toni to her husband. And then he started speaking to me about my sister. I was like, my sister Mary, please go sit down somewhere. And so when Toni got a divorce, he was serious about her and, made his way in.
Yeah, we were like besties for a long time.
People always say that. But
No, this is real. Like no cross the line.
Besties, like you always kept in touch and you always talked.
We would keep in touch. He would come see me when I had my plays, when I had my baby shower. He would come. Like we were really friends. He's a gentleman. He's such a gentleman.
Is he?
What?
I can see that.
Opening doors, and he's just a gentleman.
A horrible
People don't know.
man.
2016 November when I was on tour October, I was really sick. I don't mean kind of sick. I mean like really
From
really
lupus
sick.
or
I had a
from
really
other?
bad flare, and I was on tour. And every day I was on tour, he was there with me. And on my off days, he would go and take care of his business, but he would follow me on the bus and just make sure I was okay. And I don't know if you've ever been really, really sick in your life and you feel kind of hopeless and you got somebody who's a friend that's there. That's kind of, it just made me see him differently.
Okay.
When you hear Toni talk about Birdman, you see why she fell for him. But I just hope those rumors about him and Kimora aren't true. And if they are, I hope he cut ties with her for good and is staying faithful to Toni. Because clearly Toni was the one he always wanted, but he couldn't have her because she was married for so many years. But now that he has her, he needs to be faithful to her. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below.
That man don't even know what faithful means, okay? But good for them. Good luck to them. Hey, she like it, I love it. If she's in love with this man, this bald head man, more power to her. But yeah, Kimora Lee, it just seems like she just picked really poorly. Just many times, all right? Obviously, these men are trifling as well for not being in their children's lives, okay? They are to blame as well, let's be clear. But at some point, when somebody is just having babies by trash nigga after trash nigga, you gotta be like, all right, girl, all right. At what point are you gonna pick a better father figure so he can actually be in your children's lives? Just a thought. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.